Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I am one of the travel agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, as well as several others that are all focused on different destinations. We are a You Preferred travel agency with Universal Parks and Resorts, and we were also selected by them as the top travel agency in the country for 2019. So we have a great relationship with Universal. We absolutely love working with them, and we love taking these opportunities on these Sundays with MMT sessions to talk to you a little bit more about different topics that are centered around their parks. And so welcome to Sundays with MMT. If you have never joined us before, this is a weekly live session that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we would just talk about different topics that we are passionate about as travel professionals. And so tonight we are going to be talking to you about doing Universal Orlando with young kids. This is a question that I see a lot in this group. What is there at Universal for younger kids? And so we are going to address that topic tonight. We have a lot of information that we're going to share with you, but we also want to reserve some time at the end of this video to take your questions. So if at any point during the video you have a question, feel free to go ahead and drop that into the comment section, and then we will get to all of those at the end of the video. We're using a program called StreamYard to go live tonight, and StreamYard may ask you to approve it to display your profile picture as well as your username. Just know that you don't have to approve that permission. You can click decline on that and still post your question anonymously, and we will see it and be able to answer it for you. So I'm joined tonight by three awesome MMT agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being here tonight. And if you would just take a minute to introduce yourself, tell everybody how long you've been with the agency and what's the best way for them to contact you if they're interested in planning a vacation.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle Elliott. I've been with MMT for a little over a year now. And the best way to contact me if you're looking to plan a vacation is my email, danielle.elliott@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, my name is Chrissy Foreman, and I'm here tonight. And the best way to contact me is Chrissy@marvelousmousetravels.com, and I have been with MMT since July.
Hey everyone, my name is Megan Gaskew, and I joined MMT in October of last year. And if you're interested in booking a trip with me, the best way to contact me is my Facebook page, Megan Gaskew at Marvelous Mouse Travels.
And again, my name is Ginger Pierce. I am coming up on my 3-year anniversary with Marvelous Mouse Travels in May. I am a master planner, and the best place to contact me if you're interested in a trip is actually my blog, which is gingermmt.com. It has a link to my quote form, as well as some of my other social media channels, like my YouTube channel, which is probably my primary social media outlet. So, as someone who plans a lot of theme park vacations to Orlando, whether it's for myself or for clients, which I know all of you ladies do as well, a really common question that I get about Universal in particular is, well, what is there for younger kids? Because I think a lot of people think that, Universal is more centered around teenagers and adults, whereas the park 15, 20 minutes down the road is more focused on younger children. But I actually have younger children myself. My kids are 8 and 5, and they love Universal so much that we actually invested in annual passes for our family because it is just a place that we want to go back over and over again. So I'm excited to kind of share my experiences with my own younger children in the parks, but I would love to hear your thoughts on, what is there for younger kids too. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what ages qualify as a child or for child pricing for Universal Orlando. Anybody want to jump in on that one?
So I will. So for a child ticket, it's actually ages 3 to 9. So kids under the age of 3 are free, which I think is a huge advantage to bringing really little ones.
Absolutely. And once you get over age 9, you do pay that adult pricing. But keep in mind that adult pricing is not that much more than child pricing. So I know sometimes people see that and I think they kind of go, oh, why do I have to pay adult pricing? It's not a huge jump between, a child pricing and adult pricing. But I agree, Danielle, particularly if your kids are kind of towards the top end of 2, like they're about to turn 3, it can be a really great time to take them because there are so many things there that they can enjoy before, they turn 3 and you have to start purchasing admission for them to be able to enter the parks. So let's talk about Universal on-site hotels. Universal has a lot of on-site hotels to choose from, but some of them would be a little bit more exciting for kids than others. So in your opinion, what are some of the best resort options for families with younger kids?
I think Cabana Bay is the best option because of the water slide, the bowling alley. You have quick access to Volcano Bay, the water park, the lazy river. All of that is so fun for kids.
I agree. Yeah.
I agree.
And there's some great promotional pricing right now for certain travel dates for Cabana Bay. You can save up to 40% on your stay with tickets at Cabana Bay, and that is a phenomenal value. I think Cabana Bay in a lot of ways is really Universal's flagship resort. It's what a lot of people think of when they think of an on-site property there, and there is just so much to do. So I would tend to agree with that. There's Galaxy Bowl, which Megan was talking about. Any others that you guys think are good choices for families with young kids?
I think the endless summer resorts too. I mean, the theming I think is so much fun. There's different room types. So if you have a larger family, you can spread out in the family suites. There's a little kitchenette, which if you're trying to make some easy mac for your kids or something, like you have access to that kind of kitchenette area. So I think that's a great choice too.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, I like the Despicable Me suites at Portofino Bay.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just able to see it for the first time last month, on our fam, and it was so cool. Like they have their own little door to their room and stuff. So cool.
They're super cute. In fact, there's a lot of kids themed suites. Universal's Hard Rock Hotel has their future rock star suites. There are Jurassic World themed suites at Royal Pacific, and then of course the Despicable Me that we've already talked about are at Portofino Bay. But they're just a lot of fun for kids, and there are kids suites at Aventura as well. Now they're not themed to the nines like the others are, but it is that same type of very conducive sleeping arrangements for younger kids and parents who want, sometimes not that we don't love our kids, but sometimes we want a little layer of separation between mom and dad and the kids, and you can definitely get that at some of those resort hotels. I would add too that at Royal Pacific and Hard Rock Hotel, the pool areas are a lot of fun for kids. There is a great water slide at Hard Rock Hotel, and there's some great splash zones. You can see that water slide where it comes out right here in this video. And then at Royal Pacific, there's that great splash pad area. There's just a lot of different fun things on the resort itself for kids to do. Yeah. So let's talk, speaking of fun things for kids to do, let's turn our attention to rides. What do you think are some of the best rides in the parks for younger children?
There's E.T. there, and you can watch E.T. before you actually get there. My 4-year-old loves that movie, and a lot of people don't know it anymore. There are also a lot of the Shrek ride is there, and the Minion. You want to become a Minion? That sounds really cool to 4-year-olds, I think.
Absolutely, for sure. My son's favorite ride in either park is Flight of the Hippogriff, which is in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure. We had last time we went, we stayed at Royal Pacific, so we had those great unlimited express passes, and he literally rode that ride 4 times in a row. Like he would just get off, get right back on, get off, get right back on. And another one I love that my kids love too is Pteranodon Flyers, which is in the Jurassic Park section. There it is. You feel like you are being carried around by a pteranodon. It's pretty awesome. My 5-year-old, same thing with the Flight of the Hippogriff with my son. She's off it and right back on. So that was her favorite one.
Yeah, I was going to say too, the Flight of the Hippogriff is sort of like a nice like introductory coaster for kids. So I think that's a good one.
I totally agree.
Also, the Woody Woodpecker Kids Zone is so much fun. I think that Universal has a lot of great kind of water / playground areas, especially for like, like we're talking about those kind of under 3 kiddos. I think that those are really great options for, for parents who maybe have some hyper kids who need to get their energy out.
Hyper kids?
I don't know what those are.
I don't know anything about that. Also too, you've got the Marvel superhero island in Islands of Adventure. They have that Spider-Man ride there. If your kids are a little more adventurous, of course, the height, you got to watch the height restrictions on some of these, but Doctor Doom's Fear Fall is there as well. But definitely Spider-Man is one of those rides that I think, most kids are going to find enjoyable because you are kind of immersed in the story. And then on the other side of Port of Entry, you've got of course the Seuss Landing area, which has a lot of rides where I think most of the height restrictions in that section are somewhere around 36 inches, and so that definitely can be, they've got the trolley ride in the sky there that you can see, and then there's carousels and redfish, bluefish, and all of those kind of very conducive to younger kids rides. Have we missed anything? I don't think we have.
No, I don't think we have.
Yeah. I think we got most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say too that there are some good like shows. Like at the Wizarding World, you have like the Frog Choir show, and like that's a fun like little show for kids to see.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree.
And the interactive wand over in Harry Potter.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you're lucky enough to get into the wand ceremony and your little one is chosen, because the wand chooses the wizard, and so they can go all around the Wizarding World with their special little, spell casting guide, and they can use their interactive wand to have all kinds of interactive elements throughout the land, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes the kids love the things like the little parade floats and all of the things like that as much as they enjoy a lot of the rides because, it just makes them feel like part of the story. So speaking of which, that kind of leads into our next question, which is, other than rides, what are some of those fun activities inside or even outside the parks that could be fun for younger kids?
The characters. And right now, I think I hit the jackpot when when we went there a few weeks ago, because I think they were all out. Bart Simpson was out, and I don't know all the characters' names. Kung Fu Panda characters were out. I saw the Grinch and
Spider-Man, all the superheroes.
Yeah. And the Transformers were there too.
Yes, the trolls as well. My kids love Guy Diamond. The glitter exploding trolls.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to say too, this is, if you get that 3-park ticket, you get access to Volcano Bay, which I think is fantastic. I mean, you got the Tapu Tapu, which is interactive, and you can go around and like you tap it and you spray people, and I think that's a lot of fun for kids. And there are just a lot of fun like play areas and rides that younger kids can enjoy that aren't the the thrill water coasters.
Yeah.
So
And there's also mini golf in City Walk if your
Mhm.
kids are into mini golf, which I know mine love that. That's another fun thing that you can do with them too. There's a movie theater there, if they want to go see a movie, just lots of fun little things to do.
Yeah.
So, speaking of City Walk, let's talk about some of the best dining locations for families with younger kids. What do you guys think?
Toothsome.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah, that would be towards the top of my list. Well, why do you guys say toothsome?
Those milkshakes, man. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
And the characters there
And
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the whole environment.
Yeah, the team members there are just so awesome.
they're
And
awesome.
just the the case when you walk in of all the
Mhm.
goodies, and then you see those giant, ridiculous milkshakes come out. And
Yes.
if you don't want your kids sleeping at night, maybe you should get one of those. But
Yeah,
maybe give them one for breakfast so they get all the energy out throughout the day.
right, for sure. And also too, they I can't even remember the name of the little robot character. What's his name? I'm totally blanking. But my kids would love just watching where he would show up in like the little scenes that are playing on the wall. Like they're, oh, there he is, there he is. That was one of their favorite parts of the night. And last time we ate there, we ordered, it was kind of like a backwards apple pie a la mode, because it was this massive ice cream sundae, but it had a whole slice of apple pie just like on top of it.
Wow.
And it was ridiculous. It was so good. Yeah, I love toothsome. Any other favorites for younger kids?
I was gonna say Islands of Adventure and Seuss Landing, the Circus McGurkus, because you can see the high in the sky trolley go by as you're eating, and it has a lot of little fun things to see inside of there too.
Definitely. That is such a fun location. We did the holiday tour back in November, and part of the holiday tour, which if you haven't done any of Universal's tours, like their VIP tours, highly recommend those because they are amazing. But at this one, we had the opportunity to go into Circus McGurkus for some Christmas cookies, and the Grinch was in there, and he was kind of yelling at the trolley in the sky as they were coming through. This is part of the Macy's Thanksgiving parade that you're seeing here, which was also part of the holiday tour. But just lots of little things like that. Some of those special experiences I think can be fun for kids too. Any other restaurant? Go ahead.
Restaurants. Oh, no. But there was another place that I saw in the mythological land over in Islands of Adventure. There's an interactive fountain there. The fountain talks to you.
Fountain.
The water comes out, and the kids were surrounding the fountain. They couldn't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And if it's your birthday, go there for sure and tell it that it's your birthday, and listen to the special song that it will sing for you, because that is pretty awesome too. I'm glad you mentioned that. In that same general area, another restaurant that I love is Mythos. Mythos has such cool theming because you do just feel like you're eating in a cavern. It's wonderful, and my kids loved it. They were looking all over and just couldn't get enough of that. Yeah. Any other favorites?
Leaky Cauldron and the Three Broomsticks, both of those.
Yeah, definitely. If your kid is a Harry Potter fan, you feel like you're there. Yeah, I totally agree. So I think. Oh, was anybody going to say something? Did I cut somebody off?
Oh, I was just going to say Voodoo Donuts. Can you tell it?
Yeah.
I have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, how could we leave that one out? For sure. Yeah, I totally agree. Well, I think that's everything that we have to share on our end. So let's turn our attention to some comments here and see if we have any questions from people who've been watching along with us. Yes, I know. How exciting. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for watching. Yes, they are so fun. Do you guys have a favorite of those kid sweets? Like if you had your pick of any of them?
Despicable Me for me.
Minions, definitely.
Those are so fun. I think my kids would probably go dinosaurs, but that's just because they like dinosaurs. Our family of 10 are going, and the youngest will be 5, but he is autistic. Oh, that's a great question. Any rides that would be serious no's for him? If he is sensitive to like loud noises and things like that, I would probably steer clear of the Jurassic Park River Adventure, because there's just not a ton of jump scares, but there's a little bit of that in that ride. Probably maybe some of the spinning ones, like Men in Black spins quite a bit. Spider-Man is quite loud.
Yeah.
Transformers, some of those are quite loud, and I know sometimes if children are sensitive to loud noises and things like that, that can be not the most. But the thing about that is that the team members are really, really good about kind of talking you through what would be the most appropriate. And also the app and their signs at each ride have a description of everything that ride has. Like, does it have flashing lights? Does it have loud noises? Does it have jump scares? It kind of gives you like a rundown of what to look for. So that might be something good to keep in mind, and to make sure you check that stuff out too before you go. You can even view that information in the app before your trip, so you can kind of map out a plan of what you do and don't want to participate in. You think we should pack headphones? You mean like noise canceling headphones? Yeah, I think so. I think that would probably be a good idea. Yeah. Anything else? All right. I think that might be all of our questions. All right. Oh, awesome. Very good. If you just downloaded the app, then there's a ton of information in that you can definitely check out regarding the rides. And I'm going to wait just a second here and make sure we don't have any more last minute questions coming through. All right. I don't think so. So just remember, this video is going to stay in the group even after it's no longer live. So if you're coming across this after the live session, just know that you can still drop those questions in the comments, and it will notify us and it will let us know so that we can come back and answer those for you here. Oh yes, the Christmas decorations. Those are awesome. I love the park down the road at Christmas because it's so magical. But we did Universal at Christmas. Like I mentioned earlier, we did that holiday tour this year, and it was fantastic. I particularly loved the New York area at Christmas. It was just so beautiful. And the theming was really immersive. So the holiday tribute store was also a lot of fun. They had different themes for each section of that, which is pretty great. Oh, and your birthday. We'll definitely go to that fountain and tell it that it's your birthday and let it sing you a song. Also, too, you can get a celebration button for free as you're walking in. You can stop at the guest services area, and let everybody know it's your birthday and, see what happens with that. Those are some great questions. Thank you all for posting those and for following along and watching us. And just remember that, of course, you can still ask questions even after we are no longer live. We had a lot of fun chatting with all of you tonight, though, and chatting with everybody about this topic. If you'd like to get some information on planning a trip from any of the agents that you heard from tonight, just remember that our services are completely free when you book your vacation through us, and it does not cost any extra to book through us than it does to book directly on Universal's website. So it really is the best value for your money when you book with a travel agent, because you're getting a lot of extra free advice and free, help for no extra money. Next week, we are actually going to be live in our Disney World group, and we are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is best restaurants at Disney World. We were chatting before we went live tonight about how we could probably talk about Disney food all the time because there's just always something fun to eat and to experience in the world of dining at Disney. So we'll be talking about that next week. But thank you for joining us tonight, and we do hope to see you again next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.